Thank you so much. Thank you to the Binghamtonics for performing this afternoon. You guys were truly amazing. Thank you for that lovely introduction, Harris, wherever you are. And most of all, a big thanks to all of you for coming out today in this freezing yet beautiful weather. So thank you for doing that. So, without further ado, I, Conrad Taylor, am declaring my candidacy for the 4th Binghamton City Council seat. Now, right away, some people might say, he's a student, he only cares about students. But I want to make it clear right now that that is not the case. As your city councilman, I will work to get students involved in our community like never before. I am excited to show how enthusiastic I am about this community and how enthusiastic Binghamton University students are about it. But it's so much more than that. To the people of the North Side, as well as business owners and young professionals downtown, I pledge to be a motivated and energetic advocate, one who will listen to and fight for the issues most important to you. I'm so excited for this amazing opportunity and will demonstrate to the people of Binghamton just how enthusiastic and passionate I am about making a difference in this community. Now, as most of you can tell, I am on the younger end of the age spectrum. However, I promise to exhibit that my age, my vitality, will prove to be an asset, not a hindrance. The people of Binghamton need an energized leader. I'm going to be the person to answer your phone calls, respond to your emails right away as they come in. The city of Binghamton needs a leader who will never tire when it comes to advocating the issues closest to your hearts. Right now, the last thing this city needs is someone who owes favors to every local politician or someone who is still stuck in the past. My fellow citizens of Binghamton are ready for a new voice, one that resonates with passion, energy, and life. On that note, I wish to draw one focus of my campaign to the tremendous opportunity for downtown development. New restaurants like Citria right next door and are popping up everywhere. Student housing is opening all the time. We need to capitalize on the incredible momentum for development that these projects have created. I see a bustling riverside promenade with cafes and restaurants. I see people walking up and down Court Street after an afternoon of shopping. Binghamton's downtown has the potential to be a regional destination, as well as to strengthen neighborhood commercial corridors. This is the kind of development the city should be striving for. Downtown business owners need their city councilmen to encourage growth, not obstruct it. Now, no growth is going to happen if our neighbors don't feel safe. Safety is paramount, and I recognize that the issue of safety is more complicated than just putting in a few extra police officers on the street. There are parts of the 4th District where you can walk around at night in complete darkness because all the street lamps are broken, or worse, because there is no lighting infrastructure in the first place. Binghamton needs to develop a renewed sense of safety and security. In just a few hours, someone in this city will walk home alone from work in the freezing cold and will have to rely on the rare passing car to light the way and keep him or her safe. This, unfortunately, has become the standard for much of the 4th District, and it is unacceptable. The city of Binghamton needs to hold itself to a higher standard, and I pledge to light the way for our residents to see through this change.
Yes!
The issues facing our city on the north side are some of the most important and the most pertinent to what I want to accomplish as your city councilman. Firstly, we need to work as hard as we can to efficiently and effectively deal with blighted housing in this community. It is imperative to remove these eyesores in order to increase property values across the region and provide our local government with desperately needed tax revenue. Blighted properties are the first barrier to Northside revitalization efforts. However, I also want to ensure that once we deal with this urban decay, the property does not remain an empty building or worse, a barren lot. as your city councilman, I pledge to do a better job marketing these vacant lots and buildings. We need to make sure that when there is additional state and federal funding, it will be utilized to get rid of our urban blight in our city. Our city needs a passionate, an energetic, a motivated voice to appeal for that funding right here and right now. Yes. And I can be that voice. The same voice that will resonate throughout the Binghamton City Council chambers, fighting for a long overdue Northside grocery. Living on a limited budget, I can't imagine having to spend money on a taxi or a bus ticket to the grocery store, when that same money could be spent on food and other important resources. I vow to advocate for working class families who would greatly benefit from a grocery store in our district. We need to start being creative. I'm excited to be a new voice in local government who will not rest until our congressman, our governor, our senators know what my constituents need from their state and federal government. This will be key in taking the next step in getting a grocery to the north side. We need to reach out to anyone who can help make Binghamton a better place to live. To all the residents of Binghamton's 4th City Council District, over the next few months, I will be knocking on your door. I want to hear your input. I look forward to listening to the challenges you face and developing solutions with you. I eagerly await the opportunity to make changes for the betterment of the city and to work with you to see through the many projects we have in store. I look forward to knocking on your door and actually forming a personal relationship with you that will hopefully carry into my time as your city councilman. No issue is too small. If your street isn't getting plowed when it should be, or you're driving through the same unavoidable pothole on your commute to work every morning, or whatever the problem is, I want to know about it. Email me, call me, set up a meeting with me. I want to set a new standard of accessibility for local politicians in Binghamton. I'm going to be holding Conrad on Your Corner events throughout the campaign and throughout my term, where you can come in and talk to me about what you want from your city councilman and what you think needs to be dealt with by our local government officials right now. Transparency and accessibility are so important and will be the cornerstone of my time as your city councilman. This coming election is about the future of this great city, the future of the North Side, the future of downtown. I want to ensure that that future is bright, and I will work as hard as I can to see that the citizens of the 4th District are represented in the way they deserve. Today marks the beginning of a new relationship between students and between the Binghamton community. I mean, I'm in awe at how many students came out today to support this historic moment, especially since it's so freezing. In that light, fellow students, this weekend, go out for dinner to a restaurant downtown you've never been to. Experience Binghamton in a way you've never been able to. At your earliest opportunity, join me for some community service projects, whether it's a riverbank cleanup or a food drive. Make sure you're registered to vote here in Binghamton. Get involved in local politics and policy making. Leave your mark on this amazing place. And seriously consider staying in this great city after you graduate, because I know I'm going to. And I truly look forward to joining the myriad young professionals that live here and are playing a major role in rebranding Binghamton as a young and vibrant cultural hotspot in New York State. Thank you. These are exciting times in Binghamton, so thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for being part of it all. All questions can be directed to conradtaylor2015@gmail.com. Visit our website, conradtaylor2015.com. Like us on Facebook. Our page is called, you guessed it, Conrad Taylor 2015. Citizens of the North Side, students, young professionals, downtown business owners, I want to be your voice, a new voice in local government. I want to fight for you, and I will do everything in my power not to let you down. So thank you so much for your support, and have a great weekend.